All right. Let's see here. Boo, 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 boo. It is 3 minutes till, so just wanted to set this up for us to start coming in here. Let's make sure that we have people setting up. Then we also have YouTube. Gotta make sure that everyone is available. Does it make sense to embed the stream? I'm not sure. That might not be a thing I need to look into. All right. I will give people another probably 5-ish minutes to start rolling in here. If you're just coming in and are wondering what the heck this is, feel free to reach out and be like, what is happening? If you're here to be a part of this, I'd love to hear a check-in on how you're doing. I feel tired. That's how I feel. Tired is definitely the phrase that comes up for me. All right. No. If you're just lurking and wanting to just be here, I also understand that. Let's see. Thank you. Yes, tired is a thing that we feel a lot when our nervous system is being pummeled with a lot of different pieces of information. So, for those of you who can't see it, Kitlandria said, "Hi, I am supporting you. I am feeling tired. I honor you for doing this." So thank you so much. Um, just even having the support and knowing people are supporting is can already feel a little bit of lightness kind of coming in. And as more people slowly make their way into here, just want to make sure like I have the to do on the this side of the screen. Um, so make sure that you have hydration nearby. I have this nice big jug here. If you haven't taken your meds yet, I highly recommend that you take them. If you do take meds, have stims available if you need stims. Um, if your phone is one that drains very easily, make sure that it is plugged in. And also just notice your body's needs, right? Just want to notice where we're at. Just want to notice where we're at. Try and get into this place of peace. Trying to get into this, well, also we can get into this place of anger. We don't have to be totally calm about this. We are allowed to be whatever we need to be for this. All right. Give them about a minute left before we could jump in to the prep work for all of this. Do-do-do-do-do. Yes, make sure you grab all the things that you need in order for this to be as just as supportive as you need it to be. All right. Well, those of you who are joining and those of you who might be seeing the replay, feel free to join in. And if you need to use this as body doubling for a future, right? Sometimes even just having that energy from someone doing something near you is beneficial. So I am here live, ready to get into this. So let's get started with the first like few minutes of just centering ourselves, noticing our bodies as we take some breaths. A lot of tension usually sits in our chest when we're scared. And the fear is normal. Fear is okay to have. We just want to get used to feeling it, actually communing with it and feeling it. Noticing the space in our chest and the maybe even lack of space, everything being closed up and needing protection. You know, I want to curl up as much as possible to try and get these the most precious, a wonderful like community member and friend and mentor calls these like our jewels, precious jewels, of like all of the different really tender organs that are whew, just very intense. So, like, just wanting to protect that. Makes sense. So, before we get into actually going on to the 5Calls app, we're going to do a quick vagus nerve, kind of like nervous system stretching, because we can affect our nervous system by stretches, which is awesome. So I want you to find yourself, you can be standing, seated, just in a comfortable position, as comfortable as you can. If you're someone who has hypermobility issues and can overextend, please be mindful of how to move your body. You, of course, probably already know, but yes, these stretches, you can get as deep as you want, but make sure that you are aware of your limits. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be stretching our head down, up, side, side, just to kind of get into that space of a little more in the body, right? Because when our mind is racing, it can make things feel paralyzed. So we'll first focus on down. So I like to think of like a weight being at the top of my head and pulling my head down. Remembering to breathe, and you probably will feel a pull in your upper back and lower neck. And you might want to rock it side to side a little bit, feeling it on the sides. Remembering to breathe, you might feel your breath hitting up against your back. Oh, my neck is tense. Okay, and then with the next breath, slowly bring your head up. Start to feel just how heavy your head is. Woof. And then we're going to tilt our head back. This is the part where you got to be extra careful because our nerves can feel pinched when we reach back here. So just be aware of our necks. I usually rock back and forth to prevent the pinching feeling, but you'll definitely probably feel some stretches. Feel the stretch in the front of your neck, your throat, where that meets your chin. Feel that stretch in that skin. And with another deep breath, we'll slowly bring our head back to baseline. And then we're going to turn our head. It doesn't matter which direction. Choose a direction. And at this point, I like to have my eyes open so I can notice the places around me. So we're going to slowly twist our head. Feeling the stretch in the neck and the back. Remembering to breathe. When you're looking around, you can use your eyes to look up and down and to the sides. And you can just scan and take note of the physical things around you. Notice them, see that they are not a threat to you. My stuffed animals are inanimate and they will be there. Cool. And with the next deep breath, we're going to slowly do the same thing to the other side. So we're going to twist our head as far as we can comfortably. Looking around the space. Noticing the different pieces around you. And then slowly back. All right. So, if you are here and wanting to let's see. If you're here, we are now going to shift into the space of actually making these calls. Okay. So with all of that, we are going to, if you haven't downloaded it already, go and download 5Calls. Okay, so it'll look something like this. Whoop. Snapchat decides to come up. But 5Calls looks like this. Okay. You can update your location if your location has changed. If you haven't downloaded 5Calls, you can download it and then give them your location. The cool thing about that is that it'll then give you, like they'll give you the top issues. And for example, the top issue for that they have listed here is fight against Elon Musk's government takeover. So then when you click on that issue, they tell you about like updates, why we're calling against that, along with a bunch of different linked reasons why we're doing this, which is amazing. And then then you basically, so they'll tell you the why, and then they have you scroll all the way through, and then at the bottom they have your representatives for the Senate and the House. And so then you click on the person and they're like, why you're calling this office, what the office's number is, and then they give you a script, which is great. And you can choose some of the reasons that they give you, and then you can also, they tell you to remind you if leaving a voicemail, because they don't always pick up, to leave your full street address to ensure that your call is tallied. And then after you're done going through all of that and reading the script, you can then say that it was completely unavailable, you couldn't get any voicemail, you left a voicemail, or you made contact with a real life human. So it's okay if we're feeling apprehensive, worried. This is hard stuff to do. Okay. So with all of that being said, I'm going to go ahead and mute. I think Restream has an ability to play music. So I think I will do that. Does anyone have any? There's a bunch of, there's nature sounds, there's rain, there's ambient. So what ambient sounds like. Okay, that'll work. Cool. So yeah. All right, so for the next like 15, 20 minutes, let's make these calls. let's see here. That was unpleasant. Uh, so yeah, very unpleasant. Um, whenever we're like, I don't like to make phone calls to the to the dentist or the doctor or I don't want to annoy them. Being in discourse, right? When we're not wanting to be in discourse with others. I mean, I know this is technically the job of our federal of the senators and House and our representatives and all of that, but geez Louise. I I was happy to see that there were like sometimes when I would because I was calling the same three, uh, the two senators and the one House of Representatives person that affects um, that my calls would affect, and they half the time they were busy, or they would say that their mailboxes are full, like their voice boxes are full. So that gives me hope to show that there are a lot of people potentially making those calls. I really hope that they are looking through their voicemails and are able to clear those so that more people can get through. But for those of you who showed up, thank you so much. If you're seeing the replay of this and to use this to help motivate you um, through all of this, then that's awesome as well. Yeah. So I will definitely be doing more of these. Let's do another just quick body scan. So notice in your body, just notice what you're feeling in your head. Might be a headache, might need to drink some water. Then we breathe again and we can feel some of the tension in our back and shoulders and our chest and working our way down. Noticing my belly gets clenched pretty easily. So relaxing that. Deep breaths, noticing. Sometimes even placing a hand on the locations that we're checking in on to notice how we're feeling in terms of tension or discomfort. It's uncomfortable. This is uncomfortable stuff. And we're doing it together. We're not alone in this. Okay. So you'll probably be seeing a lot more of this in the future because even though this is unpleasant, we are here together. So I will see you on the next one, maybe. Let me out of here. How does one end? Oh, I haven't done reach